about this new game this year. Please stand by. Let's go, Black Ops 6. I can't wait to watch this. Let's do this. I just been on TV. Black Ops 6 Direct.
Hello and welcome to Treyarch in Los Angeles, and thanks for joining us today.
Mark
We're excited
Gordon.
to share what we've been working on for the past few years. For Black Ops 6, we really wanted to give ourselves the time to craft something truly great. This means we're delivering a new level of polish and innovation across all parts of the game.
They do the same
I've
in
been
Modern
working here for
Warfare,
over
what
20
it looks
years,
like.
and I can
We
tell
hold
you
that
we have
gun,
something
just
special
like
on
this
our
one.
hands with Black Ops 6. And I know that the team are excited to give you a deep dive into our campaign and global innovations across the entire game.
With Black Ops 6, we're taking players to a new but familiar era, the early 90s. In true signature Black Ops fashion, our story builds on real history, thrusting players into a conspiracy where a shadowy force has infiltrated the highest levels of the US government, branding anyone who resists as traitors and forcing players to go rogue for the first time to fight the very machine that created them. The team has been meticulously crafting every aspect of this game to deliver the fun and attitude players expect from the Black Ops franchise.
That's the first
Multiplayer is of
gameplay I never
course
see
here and
people
brings
play.
the Black
That was a
Ops
good
style
one.
and provides a playground for the
I can't
brand
wait for
new
Black Ops 6
Omni
coming.
movement system. New way to push beyond your limits and move like an action hero. You'll see a sneak peek of that later today. Round-based zombies is absolutely back and better than ever, and you can be sure it's full of
They got
surprises.
zombies.
With that,
Can't-
let's step into the mind-bending
I hope they
campaign
remaster
experience
all
we've
the
been
Dark Matter for
crafting
Black Ops
with our
3. I
partners
don't
at
know
Raven.
which camo they get to build. And I know the Dark Matter for every Dark Matter for Black Ops. So yeah, it looks pretty interesting.
No turning back now.
Hey, MP5? Campaign?
Every Call of Duty player has a
This
favorite
campaign
campaign
looks
mission.
so,
When we set out to
so
make Black
good
Ops
on
6,
Black Ops 6.
we were focused on delivering missions so iconic that they stick in your memory long
Like
after.
code where it used to be.
We are bringing that action-packed blockbuster feel to every step of the narrative. We're giving you more variety, more dynamic moment-to-moment gameplay, and more options to finish each mission.
AK-47. That's
lava
bring that
play.
gun back again. Oh, look at that
The
pistol.
game is
What's
packed
good?
with unexpected moments of Black Ops mystery. It's a high-octane spy thriller where you're never sure who to trust and what's real. And it's all set against the backdrop of the early 90s. The Soviet Union was crumbling after the fall of the Berlin Wall and the end of the Cold War. The US is the only remaining superpower. The Gulf War was dominating headlines everywhere, and there was a growing mistrust in government, reflected everywhere across the music, television, and pop culture of the time. When we talk about the Black Ops timeline, Black Ops 6
That's what
comes
draw
after
the
the
way.
events of the Cold War, but is directly tied to the 1986 flashbacks in Black Ops 2,
I mean, the wire.
the aftermath
Excuse me,
of
though.
which has left our heroes in dire circumstances.
So
you
Frank
should see.
Woods. He's in the wheelchair.
Black Ops 6 blends the rich and gritty history of previous franchise titles with bold new characters, with veteran Frank Woods as our through line in our story. In this new chapter, we see a different side of Woods following his traumatic injury at the hands of
Every
Raul
Frank
Menendez.
Woods they built on Black
He's
Ops
been
for
pulled
every
from the
single
field
Black
as
Ops,
he adjusts
but
to a new
except
role
Black
within
Ops
the
3
CIA,
because
often behind a desk or on
for-
the other end of a radio.
they don't have Frank Woods.
His
but it's a
protege
different
is Troy
guy with
Marshall,
campaign.
who's been making a name for himself in the field. Marshall is a
Black Ops
reluctant
1 and
leader
2
driven
and
by a
Cold
strong
War
moral compass.
and
Marshall and Woods are
new
working
Black
with
Ops
another new
6 coming,
face in
so
Black
yes.
Ops 6, CIA handler Jane Harrow.
How about every Frank
She's a
Woods?
born leader, fearless and brilliant, and helps
In Modern
manage their
Warfare, every
relationships within the
Captain
agency.
Price. I found so
Woods'
yes.
ability to operate in the shadows has always been hugely valuable to the CIA, whether they want to admit it or not. And Marshall has the ability to make tough calls in the field, ones that Harrow trusts him to make. But when an operation goes wrong, Woods and Marshall are suspended and ultimately forced to go rogue. They soon realize they have to trust each other to get to the bottom of what's going on. Without any of their usual resources, they have to build their own team, recruiting 2 exciting new characters in Felix Newman, a technical genius,
So we got
and
Adler on
Savati
it, so
Dumas, a
I
mysterious
really like to enjoy
assassin.
Adler, this operator on Black Ops.
With the end of the Cold
But
War,
it's
these
cool.
former
I love
enemies
Adler.
have become new allies.
On Black Ops 6.
And with the sudden return of notorious operative Russell Adler, who'd gone missing for months, a former ally may have become a new enemy.
For the Black Ops single-player campaign, we prioritized mission variety and unique experiences. Our goal was to offer players a wide variety of mission types, each crafted from the ground up. One moment, you'll be storming a palace. The next, you'll be pulling off a heist at a casino. We aim to take players all over the world and immerse them in vastly different experiences. Within these missions, we wanted gameplay to unfold in multiple ways, giving players the freedom to navigate through them as they see fit. Where we have different combat styles, we also have conversation opportunities where you can talk, barter, and manipulate your way into different experiences. And we think you'll want to replay levels to see them all.
They new shotguns too.
We are excited to offer a variety of different enemy types in the campaign. The goal was to provide different challenges for the player. So whether they choose to go in guns blazing or take a stealthier approach,
Line them up right, you can take them both down.
They bring another MP5 back again. So probably gonna go another like a different
continue to
site or
push
whatever
on what's
reason.
possible in terms of how our enemy combatants behave. Your enemies will be relentless, constantly seeking to outmaneuver you throughout the levels. They'll cut off
AK set up
escape
for
routes,
you.
push on
Let's
player's
go.
location, and force them to think on their feet.
A new launcher.
We've created certain missions where we give you a high-level objective
That was
and a
really
variety of ways to approach
interesting.
that objective. One mission in particular takes place in a vast desert in Iraq. You
I
and your
can't
team
wait
are
to see the
hunting
good
down
weapons
missile
from Black
launchers with the
Ops, and that was a
SAS.
good thing, I
It's
like
one of
to
the
say.
largest campaign maps that we've ever
They
created.
removed like for any RSI, whatever reason, like a forward to dead.
You'll find that some
Probably
of our
gonna be a different
destinations
some of the
have a
barrels from Black
startling
Ops.
contrast in look and feel
Must
as
be
well.
on for some reason.
We have a mission that takes place in an opulent casino in Southern Europe. It's unlike any past mission in Call of Duty. And what the player does in this space is totally unexpected. And another one of our missions we have set in the harsh tundra of northern Russia.
We are excited to offer an array of brand new equipment, as well as some favorites from the Black Ops universe.
They got
RCXD,
RCXD's return.
Tranquilizer Trap, Adrenaline Stim,
I really enjoyed it,
Homing
and
knife.
that's really exciting. Oh!
Disruptor,
So that's how you do it. And they got shot stick on it too.
The campaign is grounded within an expanded campaign hub called the Safe House. You might remember we also had that in Black Ops Cold War. But this time, we wanted to think a little bit more broadly about the environment. We chose to have our team's hub located in a more naturalistic setting. So, it's in an abandoned manor by
That's a
an
new map, I
ocean
see.
cliffside.
Very cool, Volume 4.
What's most unique is that it used to be a
I'm so
KGB
excited.
black site, which was operational during the 50s and 60s. This brings a lot of intrigue to the safe house and will allow players to explore and discover secrets from the past. The team is also bringing back the evidence board, which is still the centerpiece of the safe house experience, but with brand new upgrades. Players can view the campaign outline, gain deeper insights into missions, and analyze evidence collected throughout missions.
What on the say, please? Okay. Capture.
Okay, the attacker comes in.
That was a cool scene.
3, 2, 1, go!
So they did.
That was sick.
They built a new finishing move on Black
I
Ops
think we
6.
got it.
I've seen. Like the for first
With
time
Black
they
Ops
built on
6,
Black Ops.
our goal is to
Modern
create a more
Warfare.
connected
For
experience that
2019,
keeps
they
players
built,
immersed
new
across
finishing move.
every single
You can
mode.
play multiplayer with any server you wanted.
We've pushed ourselves at every corner to innovate
Like, this
and
is really
craft
cool.
the most signature Black Ops
And it'd be
experience
like,
for our players.
your grocery store, like multiplayer, I
Movement
decide.
has been a consistent area
I
of
need to
focus
give
and
it like
innovation
some
for
of the
Call of
different
Duty.
maps on Black
And
Ops
with Black
6
Ops
for
6,
some
we're
reason.
redefining movement across the entire game.
It's 2:30 right now.
For the 1st time ever, players can sprint in
Keyboard,
any direction
gamepad,
and move
everything. I'm
like a
playing with
true
the
Black Ops
Game
action hero
Pass way
with an
better.
entirely new
Way
global
easier.
system we
Like,
call Omni Movement.
Like for every Call of Duty from now on.
This
so, yeah.
unlocks the ability to move like never before and seamlessly chain combat maneuvers like slide, dive, and our enhanced supine prone in full 360 degrees range of motion.
From the beginning, we started with, you can't do this thing, why?
Yale Millionaire.
And then realized people actually move that way. What happens if we get rid of that construct? And then instantly it opened up like, oh, if you can sprint in any direction, then you can dive in any direction, you could slide in any direction, which then led to all the on-the-ground movement and everything else chaining together.
Oh, that was a good throw.
It's really been something that changes how you think and play the game, whether it's campaign, MP, or zombies. We truly believe that once you experience
Oh,
Omni
you do that
movement,
move?
there's no going back.
So that's how you do that. So we have a new move on Black Ops 6 only. For the last year, because they built tax
We also
stamps
have
on Black
what we're
Ops on
calling
Modern Warfare
intelligent
3.
movement, which is a set of features that drastically reduces how many buttons or keys you're pressing to perform various movements. These can be enabled in player options, and they're broken
They got
down
a
into
pulse
3
menu, too.
categories. Sprint
Wow,
assist,
that's amazing.
mental assist, and crouch assist. And each of these settings will allow for fine-tuning. Intelligent movement really started with this idea that we want all players to focus on what they want to do and not how to do it. We want every player,
You know,
regardless of
Series X,
skill level or input or experience with Call of Duty, to be able to engage with Omni Movement and live out their own action hero fantasy in Black Ops 6.
Oh, look at that.
We looked at other genres like
Ooh,
racing
yeah, that was a
games,
good
where they have
one.
these great assist settings that can be turned on and off. Things like traction control or assisted braking. And we really love the idea of taking that thinking and applying it to our own
shotgun.
movement options. I don't think this is a one-size-fits-all thing, and I encourage players to play around with combos of these settings to really dial in their preferred setup. Hit zones are regions on a character that react when taking damage or dying. In past games, we've only had 4 regions. For Black Ops 6, we've actually increased that to 9 regions, so now we can determine if that enemy was shot in their left leg or right leg, and then we'll play
So
a
let me know
bespoke
behind
death
the scenes
animation
about
depending
multiplayer.
on that location that they
I
were hit.
see.
So world connectivity is this concept
it
that
do the
players'
same way
movement
like
and
Modern
reactions are
Warfare
connected to the
just
world
did with
based on
nothing,
their
like,
choices.
Just like
A
that.
great example that really
Well, you just
shines
put, like,
is a
any
global
put a
feature we
thousand
call corner slicing, where as you round a corner or go through a doorway, your weapon's going to dynamically rotate in the direction that you're rounding that corner. And since it's dynamic, it'll be a bit more dramatic if you're slowly clearing a room, but won't affect you at all if you're barreling full speed around that same corner. We are constantly looking for opportunities to set the bar with movement and animations in Black Ops 6.
There goes the Juggernaut on Black Ops 6. So that's the first thing he built.
Take cover!
Our art team is super thrilled to show you the best looking characters that we've done. Through our process of photogrammetry, gear was acquired, scanned, and incorporated onto each of our operatives. For our faces, a dynamic real-time analysis of spontaneous performances was captured and processed to make every emotional, impactful moment true to actual life. We made sure to have special attention to the
You get
cuticles,
animated
make sure
too
that
on
they
this
don't look
gun.
like they're just
Of
freshly
course.
cut. There's dirt in between
That's
their
exactly what I'm
nails, the
looking for.
oils on their palms as they're sweaty and running through situations that they're in. We're paying attention to every detail.
The thing that I'm most excited about is the number of new weapons from the era that we've added, which includes many that are brand new to the franchise.
Nice sniper.
Our heroes are rogue operatives, and they operate outside the normal playbook. That means they're procuring gear by any means necessary, and it allowed us to pull a
There's a
unique
new
mix of
pistol,
weapons.
too.
We made sure to deliver dozens of unique attachments for every gun, and this allows the players to create a weapon to match any playstyle that you can imagine,
Wow,
all
I
while
never saw
maintaining
that.
the feel and tone of the era.
In
I
Black
wanted to
Ops
sell a
6,
hit marker
we
if I
really
can hear it.
strive for striking that balance between real and hyper-real, but we want to ground our effects in realism. We find real-world
So they
reference
do
so
the
that we can
same
match
thing,
that
throw a grenade
motion,
like
the
old-
weight,
so they
the
are
timing,
back for Black Ops
then
6. They throw
riff off
grenades
of
like-
that
like
and
Modern
create
Warfare,
that
just throw like
hyper-real
this,
look that
just like
everybody
that.
has
Mhm.
come to know and love from
One
Call
day
of
they have
Duty.
bring stun grenades back and flash grenade too. Hopefully, maybe different.
The Black Ops 6 user experience is all
For
about
every
focusing
Black Ops
players
6.
on what they need when they need it, and our in-game HUD is no different. From the mini-map to the ammo widget to in-game notifications, the Black Ops 6 HUD combines some of our best designs in a clean, streamlined experience. For the first time in Call of Duty, players will be able to change their HUD in dramatic
Nice.
ways to suit their needs. For instance, streamers can choose a layout optimized for their setup, or maybe you want your HUD centered so you don't have to
HUD
look
up,
away.
they're gonna be like
Want to play hardcore anywhere?
right
or finally
side
put the mini-map in the bottom left?
other
Those are options as
bullet
well.
in the gun. Like oh yeah,
Not
they did
only
put
does
on
the
it right
HUD
here.
give players important status, it connects them to the world and helps them feel rewarded for being awesome. As players track that elusive challenge or target their next level unlock, Black Ops 6 delivers an end-to-end experience from the lobby into combat and back,
And it's like
where
Gunsman,
player
too.
progress and achievement are celebrated in a big way.
In the match, quick menu on Black Ops 6.
Alright, all settled. Audio's good. Everybody's happy, Jeff.
Lawrence Smith.
Early on in Black Ops 6's development, we set a goal to make leveling and XP matter more than ever. Looking back through the Call of Duty and Black Ops catalog, there's a lot of love, both internally at Treyarch and that we see in our community, for how we used to handle prestige. Traditional prestige is back in Call of Duty with Black Ops 6. We've pulled the best of the best from past Call of Duty prestige systems and are going bigger and more rewarding than ever. Players who reach max player level will have the choice to enter prestige, start fresh with relocked gear, and go through the leveling journey again. Black Ops 6 will have 10 prestiges, each with a valuable set of rewards to earn and equip to peacock your status. Players who make it through Prestige 10 aren't done. Instead, they'll graduate into Prestige Master with 1,000 additional levels to climb through and a classified reward to uncover for anyone dedicated enough to make it all the way to the end. The full Prestige system is available on day one in Black Ops 6.
Multiplayer, all right.
We know how many of
Here
our
we
players
go.
look forward to
Multiplayer.
multiplayer, and we will be providing a deep dive on it later in the year.
It was
For now,
great,
here's some
great
insight into
multiplayer.
our development of Black Ops 6 multiplayer.
$2.38.
Our vision since day one has been to craft an approachable and engaging step change of
$2.38.
that signature Black Ops multiplayer experience.
So never mind. I
We
hope
focus
they
on
remember
supporting
master those
3
maps
core
later
play
for
styles for
Black
launch.
Ops 6
Enforcers
about
are the slayers
every
who like to
Black
kill and
Ops
stay on the
6.
move. Recon is all about intel and counter
for
intel
every
play.
classic
And
map
strategists
for
are
multiplayer.
support players who throw
Hopefully.
their bodies at objectives for the win,
Probably later, but
or focus on
DLC,
taking out enemy
some of
score
that.
streaks for the
Mhm.
team. All of our weapons, gear, and gadgets in multiplayer have been intentionally designed through that
And new
lens of
guns, too, for
supporting
DLC,
these
when
play
the season
styles.
comes.
And of course, it wouldn't be a Black Ops game if you can't relive those action hero moments in theater mode, which we're happy to announce is returning with Black Ops 6. Now I said we're only getting a taste of MP today, but of course that means you're gonna get some early details on maps.
We're happy to announce that we will be launching with 16 all-new MP maps. We've got 12 core 6v6 and 4 strike maps, which can be played as 6v6 or 2v2. What do players like? What do we know that they want? So we're back to our classic 3-lane maps. We've got fast, frenetic experiences, and we have that balance with more medium size, like better for hardcore pacing to keep the action flowing, but still have meaningful decisions for the player to make. The maps have their own stories,
Number 2.
and we have multiplayer taking place after the campaign, after you finish it. So don't want to get into too many spoilers there, but you'll experience some of those locations through the multiplayer lens.
We've covered a lot today,
Kevin Drew.
but couldn't leave
All
you without
right.
giving you just one more thing.
And they build zombies. And guess what? I can't wait to play that too. They're probably not going to remaster those zombie maps, I don't think. Probably do. And we had zombies on Black Ops 6.
Round-based Zombies is back, and we're
And
picking up the
Gummy
Dark
Guns,
Aether
too. They're
storyline
bringing
where we
Gummy
left
Guns back
it.
too, I see.
We're excited to announce that there will be 2 brand new maps available at launch, with a curated mix of fan-favorite features and new elements to discover. For those new to Zombies, it's our unique take on the cooperative horde mode, where every map is packed full of powerful weapons and upgrades, deadly enemies, and tons of secrets to uncover. The legacy of Zombies is incredibly important to Treyarch, and we are so proud of what the mode is bringing to players in Black Ops 6. As you've heard today, the innovations in movement systems will also be coming to Zombies. Plus, there are many additional zombie-specific features, both new and returning. This is going to be a truly epic return for round-based Zombies. Be on the lookout for more intel coming later this year.
Steph interviewed AB. Mark?
Now, we know we only gave you a little taste of
So they
multiplayer
got
here
new
today, so
zombies
make
on
sure
Black
to mark
Ops
your
6.
calendars for our worldwide multiplayer reveal event at Call of Duty Next on August 28th.
Very
Make
good.
sure to stay tuned
Yeah,
for details and watch
very
your
good.
favorite streamers get hands-on Black Ops 6 so you can be prepped and ready to jump into our MP
Yeah.
beta and feel
Mhm.
Omni movement for yourself. We'll be sharing so much more about Black Ops 6 in the coming months and look forward to seeing your reactions and your feedback from our open beta coming up this fall and into launch. And it's not just about
Ghost or
launch,
Missile.
because the team is already focused on delivering a ton of content in the live seasons, which we'll be sharing more about. Am I allowed to talk about Warzone yet?
No.
Our goal on Black Ops 6 was, and still is, to make something that is the best work we've ever done, and frankly, the most fun to play. To do that, we deconstructed all of our gameplay, our systems, and content plans, and repeatedly asked how something could be better.
Oh, I love Black Ops 6. They're really good.
In some cases, that led us to huge innovations like Omni Movement, where we're now allowing players to move how real people and operators move. In other cases, it led us back to some of our classic systems like Prestige, then taking that classic system through the ringer and making updates and improvements. Across our weapons, gear, operators, maps, and more, a huge push has been to hit the highest visual and audio fidelity possible. The campaign tells an all-new Black Ops story where you're forced to go rogue and are being hunted by the teams that trained you. On top of that, the team is really focused on mission and engagement variety. Multiplayer is a key ingredient in the DNA of Black Ops, and hopefully, in this sneak peek, it was clear that every single part of the MP game loop will be improved and better than ever, from movement, to shooting, to footsteps, to engagement systems, to death. And last but definitely not least, the triumphant return of round-based Zombies.
And we had new Black Ops 6 zombies.
There is
I'm
so much
really
more
so
to share
exciting.
across all 3 game modes before the game officially launches on October 25th. On behalf of the entire team, we can't wait for you to play Call of Duty Black Ops 6.
What's this gun? I was playing Modern Warfare 3 for a few years. October 27th, I was right, so they came out this year. It's October 26th, Fall Edition. I'm really excited. Then look at all the guns, they're really good. And they gotta give 20 tier skips, something like that, but yeah.